I've passed countless prop firm challenges trading this one strategy every single day. This one strategy revolves around one candle, which is the 10 a.m. 4-hour candle. It is the strategy that I look to, engage with every single day in the markets, and it's the strategy I've based around my trading. So in the course of this video, I'll give you guys a little introduction of my strategy, teach you through all of it, and give you guys some examples at the end so you guys understand what an A plus setup looks like and how to differentiate from a good or bad setup and how to actually understand what the markets are doing. So let's get straight into the strategy. It's called the 10 a.m. AMD model. We're trading the 10 a.m. 4-hour candle every single day, and we're trading the candle dynamics of this 4-hour candle. Now, this candle opens up at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're looking to engage the market towards a true drawn liquidity of previous day high, previous day low. We're going to use that 4-hour candle to actually draw towards it and catch that move towards, let's say, our drawn liquidity that previous day high. So, how did the strategy actually work? Well, you guys have to understand every single candle has, four things. That being an opening price, a low, a high, and a close. And for a bearish example, it'd be an opening price, a high, a low, and then a close, right? So there's bullish and bearish examples, and that on the higher time frame, or actually the lower time frame, looks like an accumulation, a manipulation creating this high, a distribution, and then a closure back into the range to cap off this closure. And this is pretty much what the market looks like on the lower time frame every single 4-hour candle, right? So if we have this framework of what a 4-hour candle should look like, we can understand how to trade it and create a model around it. And that's what I've done. So let's get straight into the rules. For me, right, we're always looking for an accumulation between 9:50 to 10 a.m. So 9:50 to 10 a.m. We're looking for an accumulation on the 1 minute or the 5 minute time frame where we just accumulate, right? And then we're looking to either manipulate the high or the low, right? Of that accumulation range. And how do we know when a manipulation is valid? We want to see three things happen at this sweep of that accumulation range. First, we want to see a higher time frame fair value gap be engaged, right? That is very, very necessary. We want to see ideally an SMT at that fair value gap or inside of that fair value gap. And then we want to see a change in the steady delivery below the last series of down close candles. So a candle body closure here would confirm a reversal of that 10 a.m. 4-hour candle. And that also is our entry, right? Let's say price taps into this fair value gap that's right here, but we don't get this move. We just continue higher, continue higher, continue higher. We'd be looking to trade a manipulation back into the range, because what are we doing? We're just accumulating, pushing higher, pushing higher, pushing higher, right? Without anything, any true manipulation at the lows. So we just wait for all three of these things to actually occur, and then we could actually look to trade, back into the range towards that accumulation low, right? And it would be the same for a bullish candle. I can show you guys this right here, where we open up, accumulate, we manipulate into, let's say, a 15-minute fair value gap, then we get a change in the steady delivery. This would be our entry. We take it off of here, and then we trade all this higher to, let's say, previous day high, and whatever targets and drawn liquidities you guys have. So that's pretty much the premise of the strategy. We're trading candle body dynamics on the lower time frame, and we're trading the structure of the 4-hour candle that opens up every single day at 10 a.m. It follows the same structure every single day. So that's pretty much what the 10 a.m. AMD model includes. So let's get straight into some examples. And yeah, and another thing, guys, is make sure you have this 10 a.m. 4-hour candle indicator. This gives you pretty much this right here on the lower time frame. So that is the ICT higher time frame candles by FODI, and that's the indicator I use to have this candle on the lower time frame. So we can get straight into it. Right, the 10 a.m. 4-hour candle has not opened yet. This is 9:45. All we're doing is waiting for the 10 a.m. 4-hour candle to open up and marking out our nearest PD arrays. So in this case, guys, you guys can clearly see we don't have any fair value gaps in this range. What do we have? We have a significant closure back into the range, right, previously on that previous 4-hour candle, and we have a 15-minute order block that's formed right here. So when you don't have a higher time frame PD array, you can use 15-minute and above order block. So you can use a 1-hour order block, you can use a 4-hour order block, you can use a 15-minute order block for your manipulation of that 10 a.m. 4-hour candle, as long as you have drawn liquidities resting in the opposing direction. So in this case, we have this low, right, that has not been touched. You guys can clearly see this on the higher time frame. On the daily time frame is an accumulation, a manipulation, and a distribution in that range. And what are we trading? We're trading that internal accumulation, manipulation, distribution back into the range. So this is a good drawn liquidity target. And what do we want price to do here? We want price to open up at this point. This is going to be the opening price of that next 10 a.m. 4-hour candle. We can mark it out. Just add opening price, and we can go down to the lower time frame because we're anticipating an accumulation, a manipulation into that 15-minute change in the steady delivery, and then a reaction. So that's exactly what we do, right? You guys can clearly see where we tap into this change in the steady delivery level. We have SMT internally with ES, creating lower lows here. And NQ, of course, is the stronger asset, but we're going to trade NQ here anyways. We'd be waiting for a change in the steady delivery below this low, and we target this right here because that is our internal change in the steady delivery. We're reacting off a 15-minute order block. We have SMT internally at the highs at our PD array. So this is an absolutely beautiful trade setup. We're also trading in this top wick, right? We always want to trade above or have our manipulation above the opening price of that 10 a.m. 4-hour candle as well, right? So this is where the 10 a.m. 4-hour candle happens, but we manipulate into that 15-minute order block, which is above the opening price. So this whole wick is what we want to be inside of and have our manipulation inside of. So we get a significant closure right here, and pretty much we wait for a retest of this change in the steady delivery level, which we get right here. Would keep our stop loss at this high, or you could even do this high, and we target these lows here for a nice accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Let's see if this plays out. And we get a beautiful distribution aligning ourselves with this 10 a.m. AMD model, right? We manipulate inside of this wick right here, right? And that's what we want to always emphasize. Seeing your top wick manipulate into a hard time frame PD array, and then trading away from confirmations of price reacting off of that PD array. So this is an absolute beautiful setup. We trade off this change in the steady delivery, this order block that confirmed price wants to reverse, and we have the drawn liquidity resting down below. So that's a beautiful setup of the 10 a.m. AMD model. Let's get into the next one. This is another great example of the 10 a.m. AMD model. Now you guys might be wondering, there's no fair value gaps here again, but how can we actually take a trade off this, right? On the hourly time frame, we don't have anything either, but on the 4-hour time frame, what do we have? We have a significant candle body closure below this low. This is a change in the steady delivery, and our higher time frame order block on the 4-hour chart, right? So a lot of people, if they don't have a 15-minute fair value gap, or they don't have, an hourly fair value gap, they start to panic, right? But you guys have to understand, order blocks are just the same. Whatever price manipulates into on the higher time frames is a good key area for price to reverse off that as well. So in this case, the 10 a.m. 4-hour candle opens up. We barely leave any top wick above here. We accumulate, we manipulate into that 10 a.m. Or that previous 4-hour change in the steady delivery. And what do we do off of that? We pretty much have a significant candle body closure, right? So I'd wait for this candle body closure. Let's see if we have any SMT. There has to be some sort of internal SMT, I believe. Let's see. We'd be waiting for any internal SMT. Let's just see if there's SMT here. Yeah, so there's SMT here. NQ is continuing higher while NASDAQ is continuing lower. And this would be pretty much our entry right here, waiting for a change in the steady delivery below here to confirm that true reversal. And what does price do? We get a significant candle body closure on this candle right here. We have SMT at these highs, or I believe it's these highs. We tap in that 4-hour fair value, or that 4-hour order block, and we have a significant change in the steady delivery. So that is also in the top wick of that 4-hour candle. We get all three of those points of checklist, and this is pretty much our entry for the day. We'd keep our stop loss at that S&P protected high, and we target 2R in this AMD model. So we can see how this plays out. We actually get stopped here if you kept it at the SMT protected low. We have a wick here, but I mean, if you kept it at this high, trade would still probably play out. But yeah, so make sure your stop losses are absolutely on point as well there. And this is just an example of understanding where the market actually wants to go and understanding swing points. So in this case, if you kept your stop loss here, okay, you got induced. You can't really do much about that, but if you kept your stop loss at that high, um, it's pretty much, it played out nicely. So I would really recommend keeping your stop loss at the the highest swing high in the legs. Don't keep it at like internal swing points like this, because usually we just go induce them and then continue lower. So you learn your lesson, keep your stop loss at significant swing highs in market structure, and then trade based off that. So that's pretty much the 10 a.m. AMD model. If you guys want to see more videos like this, there's a lot of videos on my channel going over the strategy. So if you guys want to see that, I'll see you guys next time.